Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room here, back with another video. I'm going to be sketching, and I might color in some of the people that I sketch that fill the city in my comic book. Kind of a big week in comics. Batman #1 came out. Those blind bags, I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I'll link this guy before I start drawing another guy. I did a little review of Batman #1. Apparently repeated myself a whole bunch. I didn't even realize it, but I tend to do that. So I'm going to try to keep a better eye on that as I make videos. Because like somebody pointed it out to me, because I was completely unaware of, and then I went back and watched it, and like they were 100% right. I really overused one term, but you learn from your mistakes. If not, you're doomed to repeat them, and I hope not to repeat them. So I appreciate that person pointing that out to me. And hopefully I can be a better YouTuber and make better videos because of it. So I gotta work on my comic book some more. I'm working on a couple comic books at once, so I'm kind of like alternating between them. I think I'm gonna do a couple live streams working on them, and you'll see them as they develop. And what kind of supplies I use and what tools I use to draw and make my comics. And you guys can always point out to me anything I can do to make the comic book better or make my videos better. So I'm making this with a Micron 0.03, since it's just a sketchbook and I'm just coming up with like different looks for characters. I'm not going to do pen and ink, nib and nib work and brush work unless it's actually on my actual comic book page or panels. This is a Master's Touch smooth Bristol board sketchbook from Hobby Lobby. I usually draw my comic books on Strathmore 300 series smooth Bristol board. I either use the sequential art or the regular 300 series. I usually use the sequential art for panels when I'm doing panels, and then I usually use the other one, you know, without the border or the lines when I'm doing like the cover work. So let's see, what kind of hairstyle should he have? gonna make some promo posters as well. Probably make videos doing that too for some comic book I have coming up. Like I said, I'm working on multiple comic books at once right now. So also I'm still doing like fan art and selling some work to raise funds for my self-publishing self-published comic books, because it's really expensive. Like but I just don't want to, like some of the titles I'm working on and I've created, I wouldn't mind working with a publishing company, because to getting started. But there's certain titles that I really believe in and I've worked on my entire life that I can't see signing over the rights to. Even if it's just like the movie and merchandise rights and I get to keep the comic book rights. It's just, it hurts my soul to even think about, because like I said, I've dedicated my whole life to some of the titles I do. And I've kept them small and, always self-published and self-produced, made many comic books. And pretty much stayed in artist alley. I've discovered a couple new comic book channels that I really enjoy, and if you enjoy comic book channels, you might want to check out as well. Cliff on Comics. I just really enjoy his upbeat attitude and his take on comic books, and he has a lot of guests on there, and like they talk about their passion for comic books, and I really enjoy listening to them talk about what they love, and maybe finding new stuff to enjoy. As always, I recommend Fanboy Prime's channel on YouTube, him and Lady Prime. They do this show on Saturday mornings called Comic Book Marriage Counseling. So if you got time to check it out on Saturday mornings, check it out. They do like cover battles and stuff like that. It's really fun. Also, I'm a huge fan of gargoyles. So it actually came up in my feed. I'd never heard of the channel before, but it's called Gargoyles Nation, and it's hosted by Desi up in Canada, and they talk about Gargoyles, the cartoon, and the comic books and the action figures, and I really enjoy finding other people that enjoy the show as much as I do, and I can learn about lore and stuff that I might not have been aware of before. And she's really involved with the chat. She does a show every Saturday night, and she really is communicates with her chat really well and talks to them, and it's a fun little hangout session. If you have time and enjoy the Gargoyles comics or TV show or lore, and also like the action figures and stuff like that. She's a wealth of information, and the chat's fun to be in and learn about other people's fandom of the franchise. And I heard they're making a live action Gargoyles film, but I don't know if that's true or not. So if they are, I'm all for it. Of course, being a huge fan of the series, I just love love anything new that comes out of it. I really wish they would make a new cartoon, or even like a cartoon movie, you know, even if it's straight to home video. I'd buy it, or straight to streaming, like on Disney Plus. I definitely enjoy watching that. They recently did like a X-Men 97. I think that would be a good opportunity for them to create a show too based on that franchise. But Disney has so many franchises, and I really don't know if they ever have any plans to bring it back. But I certainly hope they do. They recently brought back King of the Hill too. So I mean, I guess there is hope of them bringing back more 90s property. Like I said, even if it's a straight to streaming, but gives me something to look forward to, I guess. I had a wrestling show coming up on the 27th that I was booked on, but the owner of the federation his girl is pregnant, and it looks like they're going to induce labor on the same day as the show, so it got canceled. So congratulations to them, and all the best of luck to Mike Hess at EPW and Star, and their child. Hope everything goes well. So I'm currently looking for a new booking on September 22nd. Hopefully I'll find one. If not, maybe I'll do like a live drawing stream or something like that. I hear the pitter-patter of little feet. One of my kids might be bursting in soon. It's Saturday morning and I cooked everybody pancakes. So when they wake up, they can eat pancakes. There we are. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you? I just want you to know I'm making a video, okay, baby doll? Oh, you don't have to leave, baby. Sweetheart, I'm gonna finish up this character, and then I'm gonna go heat up some pancakes for my baby girl. Like I said earlier, what I'm using right now is a Micron 0.3 archival ink. And what I do to outline, I do the interior with this, and then for the outline, I go back with my zebra brush pen, waterproof zebra brush pen, to thicken the lines and make the outlines stand out. But after I make pancakes for the baby girls, heat them up for, I'll come back and make another video. And like I said, I'll probably fill in some skin tones and stuff like that. And I might live stream later today. Just gotta figure out what I want to draw for the promo poster. And why would anybody have that? That's a car driving down the street outside, blaring their music. I'm a music lover too, but wow, they must really love the music. After I ink it and stuff like that, I usually go back over with a kneaded eraser and erase the pencil lines. Like so. Ta-da! So, I'm going to go take care of my baby girl, heat her up some of the pancakes I made, and then I'll be back probably with continuing this. Till next time, Dante's Game Room out. Bye-bye.